What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another trade recap. Like I said yesterday, we're going full hard into it. No more shenanigans. We're going crazy. All March, all Q2, Q3, Q4 2025. We're going crazy. It's my turn to shine. And not getting too cocky, obviously. We're going to take some losses here and there. But today's the trade recap. Um, Unfortunately, my full take profit never got freaking hit. I guess it was like not slippage. I guess it was like the spread or something on paper trading. I don't know how that works, but I'll explain everything when we get to it. So today, literally starting off, was quite a day. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. So start off from today. Am I tripping? Start from London session. Then let's start from Asia session right here. Okay. So coming into today, we had crazy volatile. Personally, from what I see from Asia session, we had Asia session open, then we had a huge wick down taking out previous day lows. From there, creating liquidity from the Asia session. Then we ended up coming up, creating, excuse me, on London session, creating Asia highs, and then on London session when we came on the scene, we consolidated for a little bit. Ended up taking some Asia lows out from there, going higher. You already know how it is. Not going higher, but capitulating to the not capitulating, but seeing some buying pressure out. As soon as New York Stock Exchange pre-market opens, we ended up getting some fills into these imbalances that needed filling, breaking 5-minute structure. From there, my original bias coming in today was longs. Excuse me. We swept out London session lows over here. We ended up sweeping out first the London session lows as well. Excuse me. Excuse me. From there, what else did we have? We also had this bearish imbalance right here that we ended up disrespecting, turning into a bullish breaker. From there, we ended up literally disrespecting all bearish order flow. But again, this is way too early in the market for me to even consider anything. Um, this is before I switched my whole bias around and ended up hitting a banger trade. So what was I saying? We had this in bearish, bullish breaker, and from there, what did we have? Literally nothing simple. We ended up respecting 5-minute bearish order flow. We were already way too overbought as well. Excuse me, way too overbought as well. Really into the premium in the equilibrium. Ended up hitting the discount area as well. From there, even if I skipped onto the 1 minute, there was nothing here from that big Drake wick. From market opens, we literally had a huge 5-minute imbalance, not 5 minute, 1 minute imbalance right here. That again, if you guys see me, I barely take trades before the macro, and since we were already way too early, way too early, and already kind of close to my original take profit. Excuse me, I decided not to do anything, and we also had a confirmation of this imbalance getting filled. Excuse me. Of this imbalance getting filled, and then from there, what happened? We ended up taking off into London session highs. Um, Overall, not really a good trade if I do say so myself. This is honestly not something I would personally want to take, literally due to like the only stop would honestly probably be like right here, below this hourly gap, below this 1 minute gap lows right here. That would have been a 1 to 3 overall. Something that I don't really wasn't really suiting me. And again, only reason why I didn't take this was because it was way too early in before the macro even started. So coming into today after we swept out London session highs, we ended up making huge displacement downwards to taking out London session lows again. From there, excuse me, we had news come out. News was Jolt's jobs opening, and honestly, this news was literally bearish. But this news was honestly very volatile coming into today. As you can see, this single wick literally stopped a lot of traders out actually, and the second wick stopped a lot of traders out. Um, from there, honestly helped me more into my bias because I was like, okay, we're bearish now. I was also checking ES. We also created this 5 minute SMT, which tells the tail right there of a whole lot, which told the tail of a whole lot. So while creating this 5 minute SMT, I was like, okay, we're gonna want to go lower. And the way ES was looking, ES was dumping. Like literally, it was in this imbalance before Nasdaq even wanted to even touch this imbalance. So I was like, okay, it's telling a different story. We're gonna want to dump. So from there, I readjusted my whole bias, readjusted my whole self, and basically reprogrammed my brain to just start looking for shorts. What did we do? We ended up looking for shorts. We ended up making this 1 minute bearish imbalance. We ended up making this 1 minute for rally gap. What did I do? I honestly, excuse me, price came down and swept all of these lows, and also swept all pre-market lows as well. Also had a move up inversing this gap. I was thinking, okay, maybe we're gonna want to come in, fill in this gap, and fill in this imbalance, and then potentially we can have an inverse gap inversion right here, and I'll enter off the inversion. That is exactly what we did. Came up, filled in these gaps, creating this inverse bear rally gap, making this to a BPR. Excuse me. And from there, ended up filling in this 1 minute imbalance, and it was pretty history. Not imbalance. This 1 minute order block. Um, from there, it was pretty history. Second candle after we filled in this order block. Okay, I was like, as soon as we get an inversion, I'll enter off the second candle. What did we got? We got an inversion, basically my 1 minute continuation model, and also we also 5 minute equilibrium. My stops was honestly above the 1 minute order block because I was like, okay, this is way too good to be true. I was like, I'd want to put my stops above the order block because this looks like where price could get accumulated orders, and I don't think price would want to go lower. I mean higher, considering the fact we just made a 5 minute SMT. So I'm like, okay, this seems like a comfortable place to put my stop. What did I do? Ended up having this crazy inversion right here, and what did we do? We ended up flooding to the downside. Take profit one was literally equilibrium lows. Um, Ended up hitting that take profit two, and last take profit was literally this end of the end of this hourly fair value gap. This hourly bullish fair value gap is honestly holding up pretty strongly, and it is still holding up now. As you can see, we didn't close, we didn't invert, we didn't inverse it at all, so it's still holding up insane. There's a lot of buy side orders in this imbalance, which is the main reason why. If you're wondering why we're still holding up strong, is because more buy orders rather than sell orders. Bullish imbalance means lacking sell orders. Bearish imbalance means lacking buy orders. By the way, and yeah, pretty much it was simple. We also had this inversion right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me make it green. Yeah. Right here. We also had this inversion right here. Let me just hide my. Okay. We also had this inversion right here as well as this BPR. This was a bearish BPR as well. We ended up getting a tap into that, as well as inverting this other fair value gap. I was like, okay, bet we're gonna want to continue to go lower, playing out in my buys correctly. A couple minutes later, take profit one was hit, and then I moved my stops to break even, and then literally a couple more minutes later, my take profit two was hit. Okay. A couple more minutes, my take profit two was hit, and yeah, I did not get my order filled. I don't know why. Um, so I was like, okay, we're gonna wait till it comes back, and never came back. I ended up taking it. I ended up closing my position way late here. Honestly, if I left it, I would have been stopped out at break even, which is not really a big because I already won my already won the trade, but um yeah, I was literally waiting to see if we can close it below this inversion. I mean, not inversion, below this gap, and then continue to flood down, taking out all these swing lows. But price did not want to do that. Price is literally on some bullish timing from this imbalance. But yeah, nonetheless, this gap right here was literally 5 minute Asia imbalance right here, because my whole bias again switching up was genuinely drawn on ES. ES was moving way too fast, which is why we had the S&T in the first place. Nasdaq was the lagging indicator. By the time ES was already in this gap, Nasdaq was literally right here. Didn't even touch the gap. Barely wicked in it. My original take profits coming into today were literally this 5 minute low, resting low right here, which was this imbalance right here, and then Asia session lows. Will price come down later on during the day? Um, if price can inverse this hourly gap, I do think good probability chance that price is going to want to come out and take out these resting liquidity. That's only if price comes down and inverses this gap fully on the hourly, 30 minute, 15 minute, and 5 minute. Um, that's like my only option. Other than that, if it doesn't do that, I don't think price will come down and take out these liquidities. And I was like, okay, let's do it simple because this is the lagging indicator. And what I've learned from backtesting with lagging indicators is that I'm not a long-term play person type of yet, so I just want to be in and out, and I just go for the short form draws and liquidity, which are strong draws and liquidity, which was the end of this imbalance that should have got hit. Unfortunately, it didn't get hit. This imbalance right here was also a 5 minute bullish imbalance that price was holding up strongly into after filling it, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Honestly, it was a solid day. Coming in from yesterday when I literally overslept, I told myself I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I was like, we're locking in, we're dominating this year because that was my goal, is to literally dominate this year as up and coming. I'm gonna step my foot on everybody. Obviously, with love and kisses and rainbows, because I'm not out for anybody. I'm just trying to become a better version of me while becoming a better trader. And yeah, this is how I won my trade. 1-0 on the week so far. Tomorrow we have CPI. Not trading tomorrow, taking the day off. Um, Thursday, the PPI. I'll trade PPI. Well, I'll be open to trade it, but I'm not gonna look for a trade. Friday, we have consumer sentiment and inflation projections. I'm definitely gonna trade Friday. Excuse me. But yeah, other than that, that was pretty much my trade. ES, there's really nothing much to say. My whole bias was literally on ES because ES was moving fast. Like I said, we had this SMT here after taking on London session highs, and price never came up. Price never did the swings that nasdaq was doing, essentially. And from there, it was kind of story time and kind of game. I was like, okay, bet we're gonna want to continue going down. Nasdaq, let's get to work. Let's work. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. See you guys on Thursday because no trade recap tomorrow. I'm not trading tomorrow. Although, if I do want to do market sentiment, I will upload a video on what price did, where it drew to, and yeah. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Uh, if you found this any sort of like inspirational, I don't know how someone can find inspiration. I would hope you find inspiration because we're literally all just trying to get 1% better. If you found this inspirational, if you like it, please consider dropping a like or subbing or following my TikTok. I'm way more active on TikTok. YouTube, I'm very consistent, but TikTok, just spam upload, not spam uploading, but rather more of a consensus of uploads throughout a day on multiple weeks span. But without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Have a lovely day. Go outside. Go for a walk. Let's get this W. I love you guys. Peace. Oh.